Federal Drive is presented by GEHA, Government Employees Health Association, proudly providing health and dental benefits to federal employees and their families. Visit GEHA.com.
Architects are starting to use AI not to just speed up design, but to rethink how design begins. At Texas A&M, researchers are building tools that turn simple text prompts into immersive 3D building models. Joining Federal Drive host Terry Gerton earlier to explain how those tools work and where they don't is Professor of Architecture at Texas A&M University, Dr. Wei Yan.
You know, we talk a lot about artificial intelligence on this program in all kinds of different deployment environments, but you're doing something with AI that may be very unique, using it to help architects imagine and design buildings. Tell us how AI comes together with architecture.
Yes, I will probably start with an overview of how AI tools are changing the design process. Architecture is the art and science of designing buildings for human activities. Computational design methods have been reshaping architecture design to make the process more efficient, products more creative, and better in performance. And AI is a relatively new computational design method, but a much more powerful one. AI can enhance all computational design methods and tools, including modeling buildings, querying the models, simulating building performance, visualizing designs, and optimizing the designs. AI agents can learn and use tools to complete design tasks, such as building modeling, simulation, and optimization. AI can also generate building designs based on text or image input as design intent, following building codes and performance requirements. Now about the concept of design smarter with AI and its implications for the field. Design smarter is based on learning. AI can learn from a knowledge base of architecture in the AI training process to support informed design decision-making. And AI agents can learn and use design tools to automate design tasks and significantly reduce tedious, repetitive work in the design process. AI can also learn to generate optimized design options instead of arbitrary design options, which can be very large search space. And that will be very costly to search the entire search space. So I hope this can help answer the question of AI is reshaping architecture design.
That does make a lot of sense. And you mentioned tools and technologies directly to assess design. Your team has developed something called text-to-visual programming, which lets a user describe a building instantly and see a 3D model. That has got to really change how architects approach the building that they're trying to create.
Yes, indeed. Text to VP or visual programming converts written descriptions into 3D models. Text to VP is an AI tool that we developed at Texas A&M. VP here means visual programming, which can generate 3D models. We know that AI could already use text prompt to generate new text, images, videos, and 3D models. But text to VP can further generate visual programs and parametric 3D models based on descriptions of the model parameters. The models can change in geometry, topology, and materials based on human users' selection of parameter values. Therefore, the method is called parametric design, which is widely used in architecture nowadays. Previously, visual programs had to be created manually, which is time-consuming. With text to VP, design intent can be expressed as a prompt. Then the models can be generated, and design options are further generated as well. Then human designers can select the design options, so human and AI can collaborate in the process.
I'm speaking with Dr. Wei Yan. He's a professor of architecture at Texas A&M. So one, I can talk to the AI and tell it my vision of what my building is, but AI can also talk back to me and give me feedback, right? How are you
That's right.
bringing chatbots into this construct?
Yeah, we also develop AI chatbot to provide design feedback during modeling. AI chatbots can answer questions about building designs and models. For example, what are the values of the parameters? And the AI chatbots can also edit building models to change the design, so can assist in the design process greatly.
And can it also tell me whether my vision of a building can actually be built?
Yes, it can tell whether it's possible to build a building based on the structure performance, for example. Sometimes generated building by AI can look all right and cool, but the performance of it could be bad, or it cannot be constructed at all.
So that seems like an important thing to learn early on in the process.
Indeed, it should be learned in the conceptual design or schematic design processes.
Are there aspects of architecture where AI struggles more than just the engineering piece that you've talked about?
Yes, AI nowadays needs to be taught in order to complete the tasks. There are challenges with spatial intelligence, for example. First, there are current limitations of AI in understanding spatial relationships. Currently, AI's vision can understand simple spatial relationships. For example, an object is in front of another object. But we cannot let AI's vision to understand major spatial transformations in 3D space yet, such as rotations, how an object has been rotated around which axis and of what angle. Understanding the spatial transformations is important for AI to support computer-aided architecture design, computer graphics, robotics, and many fields in STEM and AEC, architecture, engineering, and construction.
I don't want to oversimplify, but I remember the arguments about allowing students to use calculators to do math in school, and the thought that you really needed to keep them on a slide rule so that they understood the core concepts. Do you worry about that with architecture, putting AI so heavily into the early stages of it that students may not really understand the core principles?
Yes, indeed. There are risks of over-relying on AI before it's fully capable. The risks are those buildings that will fail to serve human activities, which will be very costly. Specifically, AI-generated design options may look all right and cool, but there are mistakes or significant quality issues in design. To overcome the risks, AI needs to learn more in architecture and probably pass the architect registration exam. And students still need to develop foundational skills in order to understand and apply the value system that guides building design for human activities. For example, human well-being, cost effectiveness, and a broader cultural understanding. The skills will include how to craft project specifications and how to express design intent to guide AI to generate buildings. Students will need to learn to verify that the AI process, inputs and outputs are correct or reasonable.
One of the things you've said about this is that the AI tools lower the barrier to entry for students. Do you feel like that might help democratize the field of architecture?
That's true. AI can actually act as a teaching assistant 24/7 to help students review their subjects learned in classes or learn new knowledge interactively. Using a tool like Text to VP, the students or early career designers can save a lot of time from learning the technical details for operating a specific design tool, but instead focus on creative solutions for design problems.
Do you worry that applying AI in the design phase might lead us to wind up with all of our buildings looking the same?
Not really. I think AI can also be creative. AI will play a significant role in the architectural design process, starting from a supporting tool and eventually becoming a co-designer. It can actually learn from the past examples and make combinations of design solutions, but also possible AI can extrapolate the design solutions, therefore create design forms or solutions that have not been seen before.
Dr. Wei Yan is a professor of architecture at Texas A&M University. We'll post this interview at federalnewsnetwork.com/Federal Drive. You can also subscribe to the Federal Drive wherever you get your podcasts.